Wake up.
Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for The Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Comic-Con news yesterday, as well as the big announcement of our newest Walking Dead spin-off series. This one is talking about in full detail now and breaking it down, the Rick and Michonne spin-off coming in 2023. Alright guys, this is going to be doing another video for today. This one's going to be doing another video for The Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another video for the Rick and Michonne video, the spin-off series that was announced yesterday at Comic-Con. We've had time now to I've had time to kind of calm down about this information. I did do a video on it yesterday, so if you have not seen that video yet, it's in the channel right now. It is the video just before the last, where we talked about Rick and his return, where you can kind of see a bit more of a raw reaction. Now I've gathered my thoughts. Now it's time to just kind of, fully talk about it, fully talk about how we feel about this series, and talk about some expectations, talk about what I want to see for this series, and all that kind of stuff. So let's get into this. Now, the Rick and Michonne spinoff, man, oh man, I was so happy when they announced this yesterday. Obviously, I have seen the full panel now for 11C. I have seen it all the way through, and I am going to do a video kind of breaking a little bit more of that stuff down coming up. But at the end of the panel, you had Chris Hardwick that kind of, held Scott Gimple there and told him that he demanded Rick Grimes news. So Gimple delivered, and he brought out Denai Guerrera and Andrew Lincoln to the panel, which was really, really cool to see. And in that, we got to see, Andrew Lincoln and Denai talk about these 6 episodes and obviously talk about their return. And the biggest part that I love is that Andrew Lincoln was like, I cannot wait to get those boots back. And then Denai's like, well, I have them. So, we're going to have to see how they meet up, obviously, first. But that is one of the most hyped up things I've ever seen in entertainment, ever. If not the most, honestly. Seeing Rick and Michonne and having their, series, their interactions, and seeing that reunion and seeing Rick on television again is something that for a while there, I didn't think we would ever see. I mean, honestly, I never thought we would see it again. So, okay, now that was the announcement yesterday. Now, in terms of what I'm expecting from this spin-off series, and this is all the information that we know about it so far, is that it is a 6-episode limited series. However, there have been talks already, just within the last 12 hours of this information being out, that there is more than likely going to be more than those 6 episodes. There is more likely going to be more than just that one season. So anybody that's wondering if it's just a limited 6 episodes, well, it might not be, because I've already been hearing people saying that it's going to go further than these 6 episodes, and we're going to see more episodes than just those 6. So if that's the case, bring it on. I cannot wait to see how much, Rick and Michonne we see, obviously their reunion. And now let's talk about some of the things that we need to see now that Rick is back, okay? Some of the things that has to happen in this show. Number one, the one big thing we need to see, obviously, is Rick escape the CRM. We need to see how Rick escapes the CRM, how he gets out of that, and how he is going to meet up with Michonne. They need to actually show that, which is my one ask. I want them to do the first episode after the events of when he left 905. And what happened to him, obviously, the CRM, his role within that, why he didn't return, and how everything kind of went. And I would say at the end of the pilot, at the end of the first episode, have Michonne find Rick, or have Rick find Michonne, I guess. And that, to me, is a very big part of the story. Another thing that we need to see from this series, if you ask me, is exactly where and how Rick is going to get back. How he is going to actually manage to get back to his people, why he hasn't returned for so many years. That's another thing that we need to really very much so see. Now, a third thing we need to see in this show, and this is something that I feel like would be very, very beneficial to the story. I think that this would be genius. I don't think that it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen at all, but I'm still going to put this in here because I think this would be phenomenal, is get Morgan off of Fear the Walking Dead, let Madison get her show back, and bring Morgan to this series and have Rick interact with Morgan again. That needs to happen. However they do it, they need to have Rick and Morgan interact, because those are the two characters that started this franchise. Those are the two characters that started it together. That's the man that saved Rick. That has to happen. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They need to have those two interact. I thought it was impossible at first because, you know, we didn't know if Andrew Lincoln was even going to be in this franchise again. But we know he is. Get Lenny James the hell off of Fear the Walking Dead and bring him onto this. Honestly, they need to. That's another thing that they absolutely need to do. Now, another thing that they need to do in this series is show us nostalgia. This is another thing that I think they would really benefit from, is I'm looking for my family. A lot of really, really cool nostalgia trips. And, you know, when Rick is maybe trying to ride back to, you know, his hometown before meeting Michonne, you know, he could run into people and say, like, I'm looking for my family. You know, ride on horseback, whatever kind of nostalgia you want to do. You could do something really, really cool there. And I think that would be a really cool opportunity for them to kind of, you know, give us some nostalgia. And speaking of nostalgia, here is another really big ask for this series, is I think they need to bring back other actors. I really do. I think they really should bring back other actors to kind of, you know, be in this limited series. I mean, you know, Chandler Riggs, I think he should definitely make some sort of, you know, appearance in some way, shape, or form as a hallucination or dream sequence or something. Seeing, you know, Andrew Lincoln and Chandler Riggs in a scene together again, you know, kind of interacting, you know, and kind of seeing how big his son got maybe or something, right? And it's all in his head, but I think that would be really cool if they did something like that. And the final big demand for this series, and the final thing that I am definitely going to ask of The Walking Dead and this spinoff, is one, that we see Daryl and Rick have a reunion. Yes, that's one of them. But the other one is, do not kill off Rick, because the more I hear about this show, the more it's advertised as the conclusion of Rick and Michonne. So if this is the conclusion of Rick and Michonne, one, they have to have a reunion with Daryl and them. It has to happen. Rick has to see his kids again. He has to see Judith grown up. He has to see RJ. That is something that is an absolute must, honestly. But on top of that, we have to see Rick and Daryl have that reunion. It has to happen. I mean, Daryl was out there looking for Rick for how many years? Like, how many years was he out there? Like, they have to have a reunion in some sort of capacity. So, you know, whether it's in this show or something else, they have to have it. But preferably in this show, have a reunion with Rick and Daryl. Somehow. I don't know how you do it, but somehow you need to have that happen. So that is some of the things that I really hope to see in this TV show. That is some of the things that I really want them to accomplish in this show. The biggest one is, do not kill Rick in the final episode. Do not kill Michonne in the final episode. You know, you bring them back for a good reason. You know, you cannot kill those characters off anymore. Honestly, I don't care what anybody says. You bring them back, you hype this up just to kill them off. That would be really, really ridiculous. So I definitely think that they need to do something like this. That's basically my expectations for this series. And am I hyped for this show coming up next year? I can tell you one thing, guys. I am so damn excited. It's not even funny. Yesterday was like Christmas to me. Like, honestly, it's like freaking Christmas. I honestly, you guys know, like, how many times do I sit here in videos? Like, all the time. I swear to God, I think it's like every 2 seconds. I would be talking about the most, like, random thing, the most unrelated subject, and all of a sudden in a random video, you guys will hear me say, yeah, I wonder if we'll ever see Rick again. Like, I bring up Rick all the time because he's my favorite character of entertainment. So hearing this news, literally, like, I didn't know what to do with myself yesterday. I seriously didn't. I am, you know, still flabbergasted that this is happening, honestly. So before I ramble on too much longer, we will end the video here. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Of course, let me know in the comment section below What are your thoughts about Rick coming back? What are your expectations for this series? Definitely let me know and write your comments in the comment section below. So, of course, guys, if you're new here to the channel, make sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos for The Walking Dead. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another video for The Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
My God, no!